Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got the weapon mod currently equipped in my character's hands here. This is the BOCW nail gun. Now, that stands for Black Ops Cold War, which is an underrated Call of Duty, the last couple Call of Duties. They added a nail gun to that game because that game liked to be silly. And it has zombies in it, which makes it way better than every other Call of Duty. This particular nail gun does look very nice. Like, this texture quality is insane. Like, that is some high quality textures are being used on. This is a nail gun. By default, shoots semi-auto. Like, I can hold down the trigger, it's not going to continue to shoot. Sounds kind of chunky for a nail gun though, to be fair. Like, a nail gun is like almost counts as like being suppressed, I believe, even in Black Ops Cold War, right? Like, you didn't show up on the minimap when you shot. But it just got quite some reverb on it. Maybe it's just because of the mods that I have here. But it is a nice looking thing. It does very look faithful to Black Ops Cold War. I played plenty of that game. Like I said, zombies exist. By default here, it has really shitty range. Like, I can't even hit limbs. Like, it's just kind of a really bad accuracy stat, right? Obviously, I'm not intended to shoot like this. It was technically counted as an SMG back in that game. So we'll see if we can make it semi-auto and stuff. So if you want this weapon, you can obviously get it, it added to the level list, but it does have the option to craft at the chemistry station. You need a gun nut too and some perks and stuff. So if you don't have that, maybe you find it in a vendor or out in the world on a gunner or whatever. As you can see there, by default, it's 22 damage, which is not very good with 11 range stat and 69 accuracy. Nice, but also not nice. Like, it's nice because it's 69, but it's not nice because that's not very good accuracy stat. And there's no way to directly craft ammo, but it comes with, as you see here, it comes by default with a capacity of 60. So what you can do is every time, what I did anyway, it adds the ammo to the level list, so you can just start buying nails. You can go around to all the vendors buying nails, or you could just keep crafting nail guns, and then they'll give you a whole magazine worth of nail gun. I mean, obviously that's not a very good value proposition, but that's what I did just so I could cover this thing in the video. Now, hopefully it's got really cool attachments. It did not in Black Ops Cold War. It just didn't have anything. You couldn't put a sight on there. You couldn't do anything. So obviously, we do have a lot of stuff here. A lot of Fallout looking style attachments. Advanced would obviously be the way to go, probably, if you want to semi-auto it. But automatic is actually just better, right? Actually, like a conditional, like most of the time that's not true. But automatic does more damage, has a better rate of fire. You do lose a tiny bit of range and accuracy, but I think it's actually worth it. And it just is going to be more fun, I think, to shoot a nail gun. Go, brrr, and that's why I wanted to make sure I had so much ammo for it. So we have a pneumatic mechanism. So it's a lower range, high rate of fire. This has way more range, but you lose some rate of fire. And this is a decent chunk. We're going to compare that directly. We got to shoot the gun a little bit with the way we have it, though. Standard mag, no bigger. You can actually put a sights on there, which is kind of interesting. You can even put a 4x scope on there. I guess we'll take a look, right? And you can put a laser sight on the thing, but, why not a bayonet? This is just a nail bayonet on my thing. A nail heater. So that changes the damage to fire. You can actually, so like, instead of like, it does just do more damage, right? You add some fire damage. That's kind of crazy. And then you can do a damage modifier. And you may think this is actually kind of quite weak, right? 51 and 30. I mean, we'll see the 159 fire rate's really high. And we're going to test it out like this. But that is all the attachments. So not a huge amount, but it is kind of just a small little thing. I like the little heater on there, though. This is a 4x scope. I don't like that the laser sight doesn't match up at all. And it is lighting things on fire. The fire rate is kind of extreme, right? So we're going to sacrifice some of that fire rate, though. We are going to do that because we are going to try to put the longer range barrel on there to see if we can notice a difference. I don't like the 4x scope not lining up with the laser sight. I don't think the laser sight is going to line up with anything, but we'll see the hollow sight, and then we'll put that electromagnetic mechanism that increases our range. Still keeps the fire rate real high. 127 is still a very high fire rate. I really like that little fiery look. Hollow sight is fine. It's going to recoil a lot, too. This thing is going to go up. The reload animation is very quick and nice, though. So just slap a new thing in there, right? Obviously, this gun doesn't make any sense because it's an air-powered nail gun, and there's nothing to connect it to air, so there's no reason that you could actually shoot the weapon. But whatever. We're just, suspending our disbelief for a second and just having fun with a nail gun. And then we'll take a look at the last sight, the reflex sight. Obviously, these are all progressively worse, or progressively better, depends on how you want to think about it. The iron sights are better than the reflex sight in terms of accuracy stat, though. So, unless you really want this thing, which is fine. I'm not saying this is bad. This is, better than what some people consider. But it's got really nice, iron sights. It's just a little, and it weighs less, right? And then, we got our laser sight. We got our little nail heater. This is kind of a simple little gun, but it's a nail gun. It's fun. And it's an automatic fire nail gun, which is an interesting effect, right? Because, I've never seen that before. Obviously, I don't think it would work that way. You would, the nail would shoot out there so fast that it would not catch any of the heat from the little fucking thing you put on the end. It's not like this is actually heating the nail up as it goes out. I do like the little fire effect, though. It does look cool. And like I said, suspend your disbelief. Like I said, there's even like an air connector on the back of the gun by like the bottom of the pistol grip kind of area. It's not a pistol grip, it's a nail gun grip, but whatever. You have that there that would normally hook up the air. But I think that is going to make the weapon effective. You can obviously do damage modifiers and stuff. You can pick the sights if you want to pick the sights, laser sight or not. Semi-auto if you want to, but I actually like that this gun is better auto. I think guns should be somewhat better auto. To be able to just spray 800 damage in like just like a second, just spraying. We're gonna have fun with this gun though. We're gonna go light some fucking people on fire. Like I said, texture quality in this gun is really good. Animations are really good. Let's see if there's a put away and pull out animation. Nothing crazy. The put away is a put away animation. It looks like you're putting it on your hip, right? And you just kind of pull it out. It's a nail gun. You're whipping the motherfucking thing out. It's like a pistol, right? It's effectively a pistol-sized weapon with a very large nail magazine that you can light on fire. And a very quick reload. This is all wonderful stuff. I'm going to go test it out in some combat, and I will see you guys when I get there. Alright, everybody, pulling up here. Zombies in an arcade mode. Let's see what the gun does in actual combat scenario. Always a turret going off. Every time I come here now. I should probably check it out, but I'm like too busy. I'm too busy checking mods and stuff. Let's go to Super Duper Mart, because it's classic. It's iconic. It's an iconic Fallout 4 location, right? It's an iconic Fallout location. What do we want to spawn in and kill? We'll spawn in some raiders, I guess. I just want like something that's gonna like be aware of the fact that it's on fucking fire. Like a ghoul's not gonna know that it's on fire. It gets real reverby in here. That is my mods though. I know that's my mods. You guys have seen probably in previous videos. It's really lightning quick reload though. But that did take more shots than I thought it was. I was trying to like do like a small burst, but it did take a little bit more of the burst than I expected. Obviously there's like oil on the ground here, right? Like that's gonna light that on fire. But it is clear enough. I mean that fire is not very clear, but like. The gun is doing a good job, and we should have, like, we're looking here, pretty good range if we're talking about that. Can I get that third target, please? Like, one burst? The one burst in everybody's strategy is not working, but this is. If you can control recoil enough, I wanted to lean the other way. I know nobody does that first-person lean, but, like, that's tearing through people. I mean, you are going to have to use some ammunition. What are you shooting at me with? It's, like, hurting so bad. Maybe you want to give it a little bit of a damage modifier? VATS enhanced. This is like a decent. This is just a combat rifle. That man is shooting me with a combat rifle, and it felt like I was fucking dying. So we'll do another wave though. We got to do third person stuff. We got to make sure the weapon does function in third person. The laser sight seems to line up with at least a third person dot, right? Like I don't see any kind of weird conflicting. At least I don't. It doesn't really line up, but it doesn't conflict where you can see it, messing it up. Hello, Raiders. Hello. We'll do some third person shooting though. The weapon I don't think is going to count as integrally suppressed. It's really hard to tell too, because like a nail gun technically should. I mean, maybe it is. I was hidden that whole time and I was spraying a lot of fucking shots. The reload animation seems to work just fine in the third person. Seems to be doing the things it's supposed to be doing. Sneaky around the corner, using my cornering skills. That's the benefits of third person, right? Nobody's even back in here though. You know how many times I've done this Zombies Are in Arcade mode thing? I know where the people usually spawn at. They're definitely down here though. Definitely in caution. I should not be though. That's rude. I'm hitting the thing. That's why third person sucks. But it does take a decent amount of shots. You could argue that you can make a damage buff, but you could also just spray. I mean, it's making a lot of visual noise. You're going to drop frames. You're going to get knocked back by the grenade. I need to reload it. Can I please actually reload it? But, you know, all this alpha effects of the fire is going to make your game skip frames. Hopefully my audio, my video records okay. If my game drops frames too much, it does cause issues. But it's a cool little nail gun. I mean, obviously you don't have to make it full auto, and you don't have to definitely make it light people on fire. You could go, you know, not lighting people on fire, and you could just go raw damage, and then you could give it that damage modifier. Because I think it is maybe a little tad bit on the weak side. Not too bad. Not by any means at all. But it is, you know, going to take a lot of shots to kill some high-level enemies. It's not maybe like an in-game weapon. But it does shoot nice, sounds nice. Has a decent amount of attachment variety, and obviously you got the cool factor of shooting nails with your enemies. What else more would you need? Plus, it comes from like the best Call of Duty in the last couple of years. So that's a divisive opinion. If y'all play Call of Duty, y'all probably know that that's a divisive opinion, but it's the truth. So if you disagree, you're wrong. Somebody's popping off right as I was about to do my outro. Like, how am I supposed to focus with these conditions? I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the Black Ops Cold War nail gun for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page and the Nexus mod page. You can download this mod for yourselves there. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.